Good morning from Fast Company. Here's our daily look into what's driving today's creative business leaders.
Leadership lies at the intersection of driving outcomes and cultivating human connection. Balancing these forces, what I call edge and soul, is the hallmark of leaders who make a genuine impact. Think of edge as the sharp, results-oriented side of leadership. It's the ability to drive outcomes, make tough decisions, and relentlessly focus on metrics like efficiency, ROI, and growth. Edge ensures that your vision translates into action. On the flip side, soul represents humanity in leadership. It's about empathy, purpose, and connection. Leaders with soul prioritize relationships, foster trust, and create a culture that resonates deeply with employees and stakeholders. Combined, these traits become complementary forces that empower leaders to navigate challenges while inspiring teams to reach new heights. McKinsey identifies 4 critical leadership behaviors: being supportive, seeking diverse perspectives, or soul, focusing on results, and solving problems effectively, or edge. Together, they demonstrate how the best leaders integrate these aspects to inspire teams and achieve results. Why balancing edge and soul matters. As Randall Mesk, advisor, C-level operator, investor, and fellow executive coach points out, a leader who leans too heavily on edge risks alienating their team, creating a culture of burnout and disengagement. Conversely, a leader focused on soul might avoid a strong metrics-based approach and making hard calls, which leads to inefficiency and stagnation. What happens when leaders fail to strike this balance? Take the example of a tech startup founder laser-focused on edge. Their single-minded drive to scale quickly boosts metrics, but leaves their team exhausted and undervalued. This is not sustainable, and thus success will fizzle out. By integrating soul, acknowledging team contributions, aligning work with purpose, and listening to concerns, they could create a more resilient, motivated workforce, one that will continue to thrive and commit to excellence. Now, picture a nonprofit leader who exudes soul, deeply committed to their mission and people. Yet, their reluctance to prioritize data or make cost-saving decisions jeopardizes their organization's future. A mission that started from a place of passion will lack the ability to expand its impact. Adding edge by setting clear priorities and streamlining operations would strengthen their capacity to serve the cause exponentially. Leaders must recognize that success doesn't stem from one trait alone, but from the thoughtful balance of both. Leaders who thrive at balancing edge and soul understand that intentional habits and mindful adjustments make all the difference. The following strategies offer practical ways to build this duality into your leadership style. Reflect on your leadership style. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of balanced leadership. We all show up with a characteristic tendency to over-index on either edge or soul. Regularly ask yourself questions like, am I prioritizing metrics at the expense of human connection? Do I shy away from tough decisions to maintain harmony? Seeking feedback from colleagues and team members can help you identify where you naturally gravitate and where you need to adjust. For example, a data-driven COO might benefit from building more personal relationships with their team, while a highly empathetic HR leader might need to cultivate comfort with conflict resolution. Tailor your approach to the situation. Great leadership is contextual. Before acting, consider whether the moment calls for edge, soul, or a mix of both. In a crisis, edge becomes crucial. Swift, decisive actions and clear communication take precedence. During growth or transformation, lean into soul. Articulate a compelling vision, address team concerns, and ensure everyone feels valued. In routine operations, strike a balance. Foster efficiency while ensuring people feel heard and supported. Think of this as reading the room. Not every situation requires the same leadership instrument. Build balanced routines. Develop habits that encourage both edge and soul to thrive. For edge, schedule time to review KPIs, set performance benchmarks, and follow through on tough decisions. For soul, conduct regular one-on-ones, celebrate team wins, and create spaces for open dialogue. Even small shifts in your daily routines, like starting meetings with a quick check-in or carving out time to connect with a struggling team member, can yield meaningful results. Perfect your approach to feedback. Feedback is where edge and soul intersect most visibly. A balanced approach ensures honesty without losing humanity. For example, when addressing performance issues, edge, be clear and direct about areas that need improvement. Soul, acknowledge the person's strengths and experience confidence in their ability to grow. This method not only drives accountability but also fosters trust and motivation. But it is not only about giving feedback, it is also about receiving it. Ask those you work with about how you are being perceived, how else you can assist, what the morale feels, etc. Be open to adjusting your focus between edge and souls as required. Learn from those who do it well. Identify leaders you admire and study how they navigate edge and soul. Pay attention to the ways they adapt to challenges, inspire their teams, and drive results without sacrificing relationships. For example, a leader who thrives during crises may excel at decisiveness but also ensures their team feels supported through acknowledgement and encouragement. Use these insights as a blueprint for your own growth. Just last week, I watched a founder and CEO of a major hospitality technology platform handle a crisis during a launch event with just the right amount of grace, decisiveness, involvement, and team empowerment. The team was inspired, the problem was solved, and the launch was a success after all. Reap sustainable success. When leaders harmonize edge and soul, the impact is transformative. Teams feel energized and valued, innovation flourishes, and organizations achieve purpose and performance. More importantly, these leaders leave a lasting legacy in what they achieve and how they inspire others to lead. Balancing edge and soul requires intention and adaptability. Small steps today can lead to a legacy of inspired, sustainable leadership tomorrow.
That's all today from Fast Company. Talk to you tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.